You know what? Let's talk about Sarah Silverman real quick
All
because
right.
that opens a few different topics just with that.
Yes, it
Okay,
does.
let me get that story up, and I did see because I picked it as a topic, and then I did see that you had tweeted about it. Tweeted.
Yeah.
There
Oh
we go
yeah.
with the tweet.
All I
So
said was America's healing.
that's so funny, man. I think that's just like so funny when people say that. I agree. Um, okay, here we go. Let me try to make. I'm trying to get used to this here. Forgive me, guys.
Yeah, no,
Let
bro.
me take this off. That'll make it bigger. Sarah Silverman says she becomes she has become less political because no one wants to hear from celebrities anymore. Liberal comics said that it wouldn't have made a difference if she had been more outspoken this election. This is a woman that created the phrase schlepping for Obama. Remember that? She schlepped for Obama. And that was a
Wow.
whole big campaign she did to get more of the Jewish people to vote for Obama back in 08. So she was very political. Um, Silverman explained why she wasn't outspoken. The liberal comic came out. The community explained that it wasn't out of campaigning for the Democratic Party this time around because her comedy tour schedule, because she felt that voters weren't interested in hearing what celebrities have to say about politics. I was on the road with this tour for one thing. A lot of people asked me if I was going to make a video or something, but my feelings was that no one wanted to hear from celebrities right now. Dante,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, she's basically stating the obvious, right? I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
how long have we been saying that we're tired of these celebrities, man? And I think
Mm-hmm.
this year, celebrity endorsements jumped the shark.
Mm.
Okay, it jumped the shark. I've never seen a year like this, man. And you had her, you had the white dudes for Harris, you had every other Hollywood celebrity preaching at us, yelling at us, telling us that we're scum, right? And I think what she realized is like, guess what? That means half your ticket sales are now gone,
Mm-hmm.
right? She realized that. And I think a lot more people are starting to realize, hey, guess what? Dumbass, you just lost half your audience, which means you just lost half your money.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what she figured out.
Um, Derek, before I get your 2 cents in, Zax, the channel Zax, and the show What's Good, just redirected, and so we're saying hello to a whole bunch of people. We just like doubled up on people hanging out with us. Welcome to the late night Latino. We're we're where I get a little more brave and a little more brash. I'm with two very brave and brash gentlemen already, day or night. Welcome. Make sure you are subscribed to all our channels, and really appreciate it, Zax. For I think he's going to come on soon. Derek, your thoughts?
I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, the celebrities have shown that they are so out of touch with, you know, um, with just regular, normal, everyday, average people.
Hmm.
And Sarah Silverman's right. Nobody's trying to hear from a celebrity right now. I think like that whole Imagine thing right then during the pandemic, I think that turned off a lot of people towards celebrities and how celebrities are just completely disconnected and out of touch with all of us. And then it just continued on, everybody's saying, oh, yo, I got plenty of money. I don't know what everybody's talking about with the pandemic or I mean with the inflation and everything. Like
Hmm.
they are living in a completely different world than regular people. And, for her to come out and say, hey, people ain't really listening to us right now. You can tell, obviously, from the election where, Kamala had everybody. She had what? Beyonce came out there, gave a concert. And
She
then
was
what's her
paid.
name?
She was paid.
Got paid plenty of money. All the money that they spent
Disgusting.
on celebrity endorsements. We saw the Avengers video. I'm pretty sure that cost them some money too. That
Ugh.
whole thing where everybody's out there, hi everybody, and they're doing this fake Zoom call or whatever. All of that crap blew up in their faces, and it's true. Nobody cares what a celebrity has to think because look, celebrities ain't coming to pay my bills. Celebrities aren't going to do anything for me but entertain. Just sit back and entertain. All right, shut up and act. Shut up and sing, shut up and dance, shut up and do whatever it is you do. I don't really care about your opinions when it comes to my personal politics, how I vote, what I'm going to do with my personal life. That's where we are with celebrities at this point because they have shown they are completely out of touch.
100%. I mean, we can go down that whole thing. I hope she gets audited. I hope that whole campaign gets audited. What a disgrace the way that campaign was run, the way the Democratic Party treated uh, Democrats. I mean, up until the last
Mhm.
4 years, I was one of them. So
They're
was
Yeah,
still trying to
Donald
dude,
Trump.
I
fundraise.
think at one point we all were, man. At least
We
I
all
was.
Oh
were.
yeah.
I was. Look, this is the first election I've ever voted Republican. This is the first. So I mean
Yeah.
they have lost a lot of us who used to consider ourselves liberal.
Maybe I was wrong, she continued. I just focused on reposting thoughts from smarter people. There's one thing I wish I had done. In 2008, I did something called the Great Schlep. I told you, where I was told, where I told young Jews to tell their grandparents they wouldn't visit them again unless they voted for Obama. I should have done something like that again. No, you really should not have done that. Not that it would have made a difference, she admitted it. That's actually horrible. That's actually horrible. I'm really glad, Sarah Silverman, that you didn't do that. Harris's campaign was later criticized for spending over $10 million on these star-studded events as part of her $1.5 billion spending spree during her campaign that ended in defeat. I look at you had every single major what do you call it, legacy media behind this candidate. You had
Yep.
every celebrity behind, major celebrity, whatever celebrities behind this
Oh
candidate. You
yeah,
had
Taylor
Hollywood
Swift,
behind this candidate.
Beyonce, like the biggest, right?
The biggest, and you lost. You
And they're
lost.
still trying to look, they still trying to fundraise to pay off their staffers. Like they were $20 million in the hole
Correct.
after all was said and done. And now they got to fundraise to pay off the people that they had working on the campaign because those people haven't been paid.
Well,
I
yeah,
Right.
man.
mean,
Beyonce
this
ain't cheap.
woman was trying to run for president and you can't run a campaign. You can't run a campaign. You can't run the country. It's
Well, speaking of
unbelievable,
someone,
man.
speaking of someone that wants to run for president of Canada, maybe it'll be the new 53rd state or 50th state. I don't know what Trump's saying. It's Zax. What's happening, Zax?
What's up, guys? Yeah, apparently we can be the 51st state if we want, so I would take that deal.
Celebrity endorsements don't mean shit nowadays.
I think they can actually hurt you when it comes from celebrities like her. I don't think she has a big following. There's nobody who does what she says.
Hmm.
And then if they don't follow through, like the Beyonce $10 million and she didn't sing, so people like still like Beyonce just fine, but they maybe are pissed off at you for bringing them out to a show that didn't actually happen. And
Hmm.
like I think it works against them. I really do. I think there's very few celebrities that people actually would listen to, and that the death of the movie stars have been a part of that as well. But it's who would you look to there? And they're so cringe. Like their videos they make and are just so bad that I think they would actually hurt your chances, or at least now you're laughable instead of a serious contender. That's kind of where my take.
You know what? Look, I think if you're a celebrity on a high level, you're unaffected, right? If you're a Beyonce or a Taylor Swift, your fans are going to be your fans no matter what you do, no matter what you say. They
Hmm.
have nothing to lose, right? Everyone else has something to lose, man, especially if you're in the film industry, right? Because that means like I said, half your audience will no longer go watch your movies. So I
Hmm.
think if you're a celebrity, man, and even if you were for Kamala Harris, it would have been in your benefit just to shut up. Go vote, go do your civic duty, stay out of it. Right? Instead of risking it all on this clownish woman.
The Democratic Party in Hollywood are just slinging at each other. There's audits. They're calling people out. They from Carville to George Clooney. So let them. Derek, do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, I think when it comes to celebrities, like we were saying at the beginning, celebrities entertainment, it just really isn't a good mix. People just want to be entertained and they really don't want to feel some sort of a way, especially when there's this hot, contentious political environment that we're in. A lot of people want to be able to just say, hey, when I go to the movies, I don't want to be thinking about politics and I don't want to be looking up on the screen and seeing somebody that's just trashed me and trashed with my opinions on who we should be voting for, who we should have in office. Nobody wants to look up on the screen and see somebody that's been dogging them. Like if you had to go out and look at Mark Hamill, who said, go force yourself if you're thinking of voting for Trump. So it's like, okay, so if I go and watch something with Mark Hamill in it, how am I supposed to feel about this now? you know. All right, like Mark Hamill can't be the bigger person and just keep his mouth closed. So how do I feel about that? Like I feel some sort of a way about it. Oh, okay, maybe I don't want to support Mark Hamill anymore because of the nonsense that he's saying. So that's how I feel about it. Keep all of that stuff separate. Yeah, you can go and vote, like Dante said. Go vote. Say, hey, what celebrities used to do. They didn't, like push their politics so much in your face. They would say, rock the vote. Go out there, rock the vote. Yeah,
Right.
vote. It's your civic duty. They would say things like that, and that's perfectly fine. We're not taking sides because they understood. Back then, celebrities had media training. They knew what to say, when to say it, and when not to say certain things. So, and if you want to be on some sort of a, cause, pick save the whale, save the oceans, something that's neutral,
Sure.
that's not going to piss
Yeah.
people off. Don't take a hard stance on something. You start to see like all of these celebrities, or everybody seems like they got to take a stand on something. Like you don't have to take a stand on everything that's out there in the world. You can just kind of just say, hey, I hope you guys just go out there and vote for your beliefs and whatever, and just leave it at that. That's all we need.